Hello everyone, welcome to the Arduino tutorial. We're going to be looking at the Scratch for Arduino visual coding system. The Scratch for Arduino environment was based off of Scratch from MIT's Media Lab, a game development software that was used to teach the basics of coding. First, let's take a look at these categories. On the sections in the top left, we see the orange button Control, which contains simple loops, if-else statements, and while loops. The dark blue button, Motion, allows you to access what you connect into the Arduino via what are called pins, which are labeled with numbers on the Arduino. You can also read or write to these pins different values, which create different effects in the circuitry connected to the Arduino. The light green button, Operators, controls expressions with addition, subtraction, and inequalities and equalities. You can use these to compare values. The center area is essentially your building area, and on the left you have the pieces you can put into that building area. There are details on the right side, such as analog and digital with numbers next to them. These don't really matter much to us, so we're going to cover them up with the Arduino IDE. To explain what the difference between analog and digital is, analog is essentially a range of values, where 0 is the lowest and 255 is the highest, and allows you to go between a wide range of values. However, digital only has two values, on or off. In the IDE, these are written as high and low, but they can also be understood as true or false. So let's just use that to show off the actual IDE for Arduino, which is what most people use for coding. First, we need something to indicate the start of the circuit. A block from the orange control group, the one with the green flag on it that says when green flag clicked. The when green flag checked can be equated to the setup function on the Arduino IDE, as it will only run once at the start of the program. Next, let's set up the pin number 13 to be digitally on, or true, or high. That way, when you connect a pin to number 13, it will turn on. Then we're going to add in the forever loop, which will just continue to run the same pieces of code over and over again. This can be equated to the void loop function on the right in the IDE, which also runs repeatedly. Now we're going to add the wait 5 seconds delay on the left side. And on the right, that equates to delaying 5,000 because that's measured in milliseconds, not seconds. The area above setup is where variables are defined and set to different values. In this case, it's being set to 13, but it didn't have to be. Plug one end of the LED into pin 13 and the other into ground. It doesn't matter which end. Now, click on the flag to watch the LED light up. At some point, Scratch for Arduino may not be cut out for the complexity of your project. At this point, you should probably learn how to use the IDE, which is easier with some level of coding experience. It will take a little bit of time, but overall, it will allow you to have a lot more power. And plus, just Google stuff. That's how everyone does it.